everyone, welcome to the first video of 2022. I'm so excited for this. Unfortunately, I don't have a proper intro shot for this. That's because I was quite sick while shooting this video, but that just means that we can quickly get into the planner setup of Alicia Souza 2022 planner. So let's go. The first page is, of course, me writing my name. Nothing special there. I'm using this brush pen that I recently got. It's a set of beautiful colors. I will put all the links of the pens and other stationery stuff that I'm using in the description box, so make sure you check it out. But yeah, here I just thought I will add some sticker, and I thought this sticker of a girl on a cloud looks cute and just very apt because, well, my name actually means a cloud. But yeah, I'm also coloring the cloud in because it just gives that pop of color which I really like. And then I'm adding more stickers from the Ink Bucket sticker book, and here, instead of doodling my face because I can't doodle for nuts, I've just stuck this cute sticker which says grateful and some other decorative stickers that I find just very warm and healing. And I also thought of outlining the sticker because it looked a bit too plain, so that's what I'm doing here. Now, coming for the notes section, I actually went ahead and created these chits where I've just written like messages to myself. I will link the Pinterest board from which I got inspiration, but yeah, I just love all the messages here, and I'm gonna pick a random one every time I feel like I need to hear something from the universe. So yeah, I'm just folding all the chits. I do feel that I created a bit too many. I'd suggest doing half of this even, because it does get a bit hard to put everything inside that pocket, and then your planner is gonna be a bit bulky. I'm also using my old planner to flatten this out because, like I said, I used too many chits. Let's pick a chit for you guys right now and see what pops up. We have raise your vibration. Yay, that's the message, guys. And the next page, we have this personal data information section, but I want to create dates to remember here. I'm using this cardstock letter that I got with the planner and putting it to good use, I'd say, because the quality of the paper is so good. So I'm just going to stick it onto there. I don't really need this section, to be honest, which is why I'm using it for writing down all the important dates that I would like to remember. And I'm also sticking some washi tape here around the borders, just because I know it looks prettier this way, and I didn't like how the cardstock page was slightly smaller than the actual page of the Alicia Souza planner. And I didn't realize, but my camera stopped recording halfway while doing this, but it's nothing much. I just cut one side of the border into half, like the tape, just so that, you know, it can fit in properly and I get more space to write down all the dates. I'm using a ruler here to make sure everything is equal and there's no random extra space left between the months. I'm just drawing this rough line. I feel it looks really cute like this. And yeah, I'm just going month by month, jotting down things that are important to me, birthdays, anniversaries, any important occasions, etc. All of that. Also, I did have space below, so I'm just going to use it as the notes section because, well, I know there will be more birthdays and anniversaries and other important dates that I need to keep note of. Now, coming to this section, you can see I've written tear these pages. And there's vision board written because, well, I'm going to tear these pages behind, and don't worry, I'm going to make good use of it. I'm actually going to stick it on this section because I personally don't use yearly overview section at all. So might as well put my vision board here because I do feel having the vision board in the beginning of the planner makes a big difference to me. It's a constant reminder. I'm just trimming off that one edge from both the sides of the paper and putting some glue stick on it and sticking it neatly onto these yearly overview pages. Let me know if you guys ever use these pages. I personally don't, and I don't know, I just feel like it's a good place to have your vision board. So in case you have a planner like this or the same planner and you want a good space for your vision board, this could be a good idea. Of course, I have all the pictures printed out already, and I'm very, very happy with this year's vision board. Just looking at this makes me so excited. I'm just arranging it the way I feel everything might fit. Of course, some pictures did not fit, so I had to trim them further. I'm creating two vision boards in a way this time. So one is a more personal one, which I can't really share right now. But the other one, actually the bigger one, is this one that I'm sharing with all of you. And these are almost all of my, things that I want to manifest and do more of. It's also like a goals board, not necessarily manifestation related, but also just things that I would love to do more of this year. Right off the bat, you can see there's more reading, vlogging, dancing, fitness related. There's also a designer bag, more cooking, and also learning the tarot, art journal spreads, meditating, etc. And yeah, after making sure the placements are right, I am going to go ahead and stick them. I'm not going to speak a lot about how I'm creating my vision board because I've already done that in my last year's Vlogmas series. So I will link it up. Make sure you watch that in case you want to know how you can go about creating your perfect vision board. There were definitely some empty spaces, so I just filled them up with some more stickers because, well, stickers are always fun. And yeah, this is how my entire vision board looks like. And also a happy coincidence happened. Somehow the place I got all these pictures printed from had some ink issues. So all the pictures turned out pink toned and somehow they just look so aesthetic together and cohesive. Next up, for the letter from you section, I actually tore out the letter because I will do this later in the year. So I just put it in the behind pocket. There's also this instructions page, which, let's be real, we don't really need it on our planner, especially in the beginning part of it. So I actually took a photo of it in case I do want to go back and look over it on how I can fold that letter which I've put in the back pocket. One of my other planners that I'll be using this year, this is Botanical Story and it's a Happy Wagon planner. And since I'll only be using the monthly grid and the weekly grid on that planner, I thought I could make use of the beautiful artwork and actually tear one page and stick it here just to cover up that instruction because that doesn't look that great as opposed to this. This looks so freaking cute. Now on the left side is one of the important parts for me, and that is main visions that I want to manifest this year. So in my goal setting video, if you haven't watched that, I highly suggest you do so because I do mention on how I categorize or differentiate between visions and goals. But this year I decided I won't be sharing my exact visions or my exact numbers. This is where I'm very specific. So unfortunately, I won't be sharing this page with you all, but here I'm showing you an example of how I will be going about it. So in case my goal is to read 10 books or have clear skin or lose 20 kgs, I'm just going to stick a picture of that and write my exact goal, that is lose 20 kgs, etc, etc. You get the gist of it. I put this as vision because I don't have control over it 100% as opposed to my goals, which I will be sharing in a bit. But yeah, these are the things that are not necessarily in my hands, but things that I would love if they happen and, you know, that I would love to attract or manifest this year. Also on the print page, I will be putting more pictures. This is one of my, again, big visions. I hope it comes true this year. I will probably share it by the end of the year, but not right now. I hope you all understand that. For the next page, which says scribble notes, I'm going to write the theme of my year and set an intention for the year 2022. Now, of course, I don't like the scribble notes heading there because that's not what this section is about. So I just stuck this random motivational sticker there just to cover it up. And I've also written 2022 intention with an ugly underline, which I don't know why I did that. Anyways, I was actually very inspired by this post I saw on Instagram, so I thought I will write it as part of my 2022 intention. Now, as you can see, the title, there's Master My Time. That is my main theme of the year. Like, it's something that I'm going to utter constantly in my head because that's my focus. I really want to manage my time better. That's something I feel like I lacked last year. Writing word to word the same Instagram post because it spoke to me so much. I will link it in the description box in case you want to write it for yourself. I still had half the page left and I wanted to include more of my personal intention for 2022. So that's what I'm just roughly writing in my notebook here and then transferring the same thing onto the planner. I do want to focus on balancing my life and taking care of my mental health, my emotional health, my physical health, also being more creative, giving more. That's also something I really want to focus on this year. So yeah, all of that I've just included in this part of my intention setting for 2022. I'm glad I did this because I feel anytime I hit a dead end, I could always come back to this page and remind myself, you know, what this year is actually about. Now, on the right side, we have mini habits and mini goals. Habits and goals that I'd like to achieve this year apart from the main goals. The main goals are, of course, more important and I'm prioritizing that, but doesn't mean that I don't want to do the smaller things in life and get those things done, right? So yeah, this is just that. I am writing this heading with shaky hands because I'm not really good with any sort of handwriting, calligraphy, whatever you know call it, but I tried guys. Just don't judge. And then I just made this checklist of my mini goals and habits. So some of them are more specific, like reading 12 books, which is basically one book a month. Some of them are more general, like go to the dermat, clean my room every day, just more general stuff. Probably things that I want to do more of, basically. I did erase a bit of that colored pen, so I had to go over it. But anyways, and yep, clearing up some mistakes. Let's not forget the stickers. We just can't forget the stickers. I felt like something was missing, so to add some dimension, I just colored in the checkbox, and I think this looks so much better and cute. Next up, we have budget planning, and instead of tracking my expenses, that's not practical for me. I know I will not track all my expenses in terms of categories because I've tried it last year. I couldn't really stick with it. So instead of writing different categories of my expenses or monthly bills, I'll divide this section into income, expense, savings, invest, and donate. This is very simple but doable and practical for me. Next, we come to the goals and thoughts spread. This time I've decided not to go ahead with yearly goals, which is what I've been doing for years. I feel there's a lot that can change during a year, including your thoughts, your interests, your goals even, right? So I didn't want to commit to a 1 year goal. I just thought I'll do quarterly. And here I'm just dividing both the pages into 2 sections. Since there are 4 quarters, I'm just writing the Jan goal, which will be the same case for Feb and March. But for now, I've only written Jan. So there's more flexibility and freedom for me to change my goal if I feel that that's what's going to serve me better, right? Do keep in mind though that my visions that I shared before, or rather did not share, are actually my yearly vision. So that's something that I'm looking at from a 1 year perspective. But the actionable steps that I can do, my goals, so to speak, are definitely quarterly based and not yearly based. Next, for this page of big ideas of mine, I realize I won't be really using this page for ideas because normally I would just jot them down on my phone. So here I thought I will just scribble that ideas out and write memories, because at the end of the year I could print pictures of the highlights of that year into small passport size and stick it inside this light bulb, and I think it's a very, very cute idea. Finally, we are on January. So yes, this is me planning my January. Now on the left side, I thought I will just put some sticker on. That'll be like a motivational thing for me every time I come look at this page. And it did look a bit bland and plain. So I thought I will just use this white pen and do some simple random designs because that's all I can do. But I think it looks very minimalistic and cute. Of course, if you have the talent, unlike me, to draw, you can go ahead and doodle something nice here, or even write a nice quote instead of sticking stickers if you don't have them. And yeah, for my Jan goals, I love that they have this empty page. I only need to write the prompts that are completely needed for me because the ink bucket has so many sections which are not bad. I always used to use them, but yeah, this just seems more doable, more easy, very beginner friendly. So I've just written the intention of the month and my 4 main goals. This is of course related to the Jan goals that you saw in the previous page, and then some mini goals, smaller goals. I will be looking back at my mini goals spread just to see that I'm not missing out on anything. I'm just jotting those down as well, and I've just highlighted the most important ones which are related to my main 4 goals. Actually 3 goals, but yeah, 4 things you could say. And I've also written the theme of my year at the top in a very ugly manner, but it does the job. It's just a constant reminder. And of course at the bottom I had the space, so I've just put some reminders or notes section in case I want to jot down something. I actually love how this looks right now. Coming to the monthly section, nothing much here. I'm just highlighting some important dates, and on the right side in the notes section, that's where I track my subscriber growth, follower growth, and also my bank account balance. This I only do monthly here. And then we have the monthly habit tracker here. So this time I've decided to track reading. I wrote workout and I realized, oh god, that's part of the wellness tracker. But anyways, I went ahead and wrote that. It's okay, I'll still track it on both sides. Brushing Nala, by the way, I mean like brushing her hair, not her teeth, and having home food. In the notes to self, I've just written my target days of these habits that I'm trying to track. So 25 days of eating healthy or eating home cooked meals, 16 days of gym, etc., etc. Now coming to the monthly meal plan, a bit clueless about this as I mentioned in my planner unboxing flip through video. Yeah, I've just stuck some random stickers. I've kept this very, very simple because I'm still a little unsure of how I will be going ahead and using this spread. Next up is the wellness tracker, which I just decided to keep it plain and simple, not even sticking stickers. And on this last page of the month, I'm just going to track my income. Do have different sources of income. It's not like a salaried job, right? I feel this will be very helpful for me. And yeah, behind we have all these spreads. I also want to create these extra spreads, which I won't be doing in this video because I think this video is already long enough and I don't have the patience right now, to be honest. So yeah, this is how it looks. I am honestly very, very proud of how this has turned out. It's very unique. I made it very customized to my needs, and I feel that just shows how flexible a planner could be if you just use your creativity, right? So yeah, I hope this inspired you, helped you. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought of this video. Did it spark any ideas for you? I do have this reflection prompts that I want to put at the end of the month, which I will share in one of my Plan With Me videos. And yeah, here I've started with the first day of the monthly wellness tracker, and you can see how I'm tracking my mood there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Do subscribe to my channel if you like such videos, and comment down below what else would you like to watch on my channel. Here are more pictures for my personal vision board, which I will be doing later. And that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed it. Do give it a thumbs up and follow me on my Instagram for more cool, fun stuff. That's it. Love you all and happy 2022. Bye.